So I don't know how I'm still alive. I'm in shock. I mean, I can't carry on with all this evilness. I've been crying all day, vomiting. I've been so ill. I've been left to sleep rough now, permanently, by Chester West Council. They came to the hotel and removed me, made me pack my bags and shoved me in a taxi and dumped me in Chester with nowhere to go. Because they finished their duty of care and given me a letter to do so. So I don't know where you go from there. I don't want anything to do with them anyway, because those people that came out were horrendous. They were the ones that told me my mother died, that horrible man and the woman. They're hard as nails. Anyway, that's besides the point. The reason I was thrown out was, do you want to know the reason I was thrown out? Because I was suicidal, because I was crying. Okay? That's rich, isn't it? When there's a man with a massive bag of cocaine and they weren't thrown out, with the music booming all through the night. How does that make any logical sense to you? Because I was feeling like that. I've been feeling like that for the 5 weeks I've been there. Anyway, that wasn't it. It was because of that man that calls himself Paul, with Francis, who came over. That's what it is. That's it. Because he went to see them and told them, because he told me from the council what he'd said, that apparently a man from Dubai was coming to kill me on Wednesday in the hotel. Does that make any logical sense? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know what I mean? Where the hell did he get his things from? Anyway, that's besides the point. So they're the ones that tell me they love me and care for me. But I don't blame her. You know what I mean? She's scared of him. She's admitted that to me anyway. But, secretly. But, he's controlling her. And he's become quite violent, actually, with me. So when he was there, he tried, this was the night before, that was that night, sorry, before I got to that. He wanted me to go in the toilet with him. I said, oh, no, you do as you're told. I said, no, I am not. There were loads of people around. And he said, you go in the toilet now. I said, no, I am not, no. And he what did he say? I feel like throttling you or something. You do as you're told. And he went red, and there was a lot of people. He marched off then. Oh, you've upset Paul. She said, we must do as he says. And this is what she's like. It's terrible. Anyway, so meant to care for me and all this. And he was the culprit that did this. Anyway, I didn't want to stay there, don't get me wrong, but now I'm on the streets. Anyway, so what happened then was, oh God, I feel so ill. Wait a minute. I'll be all right. What happened then was they said they'd help me and everything. So they dumped me off in Chester. They said they'd meet me in Chester. I was dumped off about 12 o'clock, lunchtime. They met me at 7 p.m. because he says a certain time and you have to be there. So I had to limp to the place and meet me, and they were going to help me. So I thought, oh, they'll take me back to their place. Oh, no. They found me some big and old sleeping bag, and he gave me that, and he was very aggressive about it too, and left me disabled, who they say they love and care about, and he's got a massive house in Upton near Chester, where he could have put me, but no. So that shows you don't want friends. You've got friends, these are meant to be friends caring for you. You don't need it, do you? Let's face it. And then what he's done, which is strange, is he was tampering with my phone, and he's tampered with my phone. And he's deleted all his number, his calls, and the WhatsApp thing with all the messages he's put on. He's deleted all that out of my phone. I thought that was weird, because it's gone. I don't know whether because she was joking about him hacking phones. I hope he hasn't, because I don't know what to do about that. So anyway, that's not very nice, is it? I couldn't have been lower than I was, breaking my heart, crying my eyes out, really ill, knowing I'm outside for the rest of my life, because it's going to be a short life, and because I intend on ending it very soon as well as I can. I wish I could die now, but anyway. But I was thinking that man in Dubai, I wish he bloody had come, you know what I mean? That would be a dream come true. But of course not. Of course that's lies. Anyway, besides the point now. So he does that, and then he says he's got no money, and they claim all different things. Yet the other day when they came to visit me, Francis was in these gorgeous brand new trainers. I think they're Balenciaga, about 800 quid, brand new ones that are just released, you know. And I said, I like your trainers. And she said, oh, Paul got me those for a gift the other day. And they told me that they have no money and have to sell the car to pay the electricity bill and all that. It's everything from his mouth is lies. But what it is cruel is the way they've lied to me. He has, by telling me, it's not her, she's okay, she's lovely on her own. she's petrified of him. He told me that, we care for you, Lisa, we love you, Lisa, all this and all this. We're three. It's you, me, and Francis. He kept telling me we're all together and we care for you. And because I was there. But I thought it had been kicked out on the streets, and they're meant to be caring friends with a big house, and it's only those two in this big house. It makes logical sense to have somebody that you know off the streets when other people are taking strangers in from Ukraine and things, and he wouldn't even let me go in there. And I thought, well, there's something not right here. She said it is a tip though, and it's full of, it does hoard and it's a complete mess. But even so, I don't mind that. I mean, the thing is, it shows it's not good at all. It's been terrible. I don't know what his plan is with me, but it hasn't been very nice. That's all I'm saying. It was very, very cruel. I mean, like telling me he's got a lovely gift for me for days and all this, winding me up. Comes out with a bit of newspaper cuttings to shove on the fucking wall. I mean, what's that about? I thought he was just a bit simple, but it's not at all. It's not. He's just very nasty. He was really nasty, and he attacked me by the wall outside. He became very aggressive and said, "I feel like killing you," and he went to me like that on the throat. And he's become quite aggressive, threatening different people. Like, I don't know, like that one in the hotel. He said, "I feel like killing," like that. He gets angry and like that and loses his temper, and told me about he didn't like somebody there, and everybody that's infuriated him and like that, because you don't want to get on the wrong side of him. That's why she's calm, so she never does. But I mean, it's crazy, and I don't think it's her way, but she's dressing like somebody. They're 60 in the 60s, and she's a young 60-odd-year-old, you know, but she told me she's 62. They're in the 60s, and she's going about now dressed like a girl of 16. He's got her in miniskirts and things, and I don't think it's her choice, but it's because she said she had a haircut and it was too short, and he was angry about that. And I thought, oh, this is getting ridiculous. But that's up to her, isn't it? She can walk away. I wouldn't be there. But I mean, the thing is, I didn't know he was as bad as he was. But the thing is, when he was doing the newspaper cuttings, I just thought he was a bit strange, but harmless. But he was very aggressive with me. And then, I mean, that was pure, it's hate, it's evil what he's shown to me. To do that to somebody who's crying their eyes out, thinking they're going to get help, waiting all day, and then be given a minging old sleeping bag and shoved that at me. Give me a sleeping bag. Give you a sleeping bag. Like, he wouldn't give the droppings of his nose. Like that drug dealer, do you know what? He had me in that hotel for 2 weeks. Okay, he might have been up to no good, but he didn't have me in a minging sleeping bag, did he? No, at least he gave me food and a hotel. That was really good. And he was a drug dealer, so there you go. And he was much kinder. But I mean, you know what I mean? This is absolutely disgusting, I think, how people are. You know what I mean? And he calls himself a Christian. That's just a joke, isn't it? Isn't that? Anyway, it's just unbelievable. But I need to tell you, because I don't know, I intend on dying very soon. It's just, I really want to do it. I haven't got the fucking guts, but I really have to do it. Because unless somebody out there can help me, all I want is somebody to take me in a comfy room somewhere, that's all, in your house. But only if you've got enough space. You don't want to be cramped. If you've got lots of people and it's not big and you can't cope with me, but you're a decent human being, I've had offers like this, don't. But if you've got enough space, do. Because all I want to do is sleep all day. I'm a very quiet person, you won't hear me. I just want a simple TV, like a comfy bed to get on, and I won't bother you. And then some food would be nice, like if you're cooking, you know, whatever you're doing, as long as it's not spicy, just basic food, and I'm fine. But like an older woman, mature, would do me better. And somebody would save my life, because I need to be shown kindness. People from Ukraine have been shown kindness. Strangers have been come over here, and I'm being left to die on the streets by Chester West Council. I'm severely disabled, really ill, and they've left me on the streets now to die. And this is the honest truth, and that's why I can put it on here, because I've got the letter of proof that they are leaving me to sleep on the streets permanently now for the rest of my days, which won't be very long. I don't think I've got many days in me, not many days at all in me. Not when you get such hate from people like this man who calls himself Paul, which people think is not his real name. He goes under a pseudo name because they think he's a con artist or something, because the people that I've dealt with are dealing with him. I've said that from there before, so I don't know, because they said the behaviour doesn't add up. And why he did that in the hotel was bizarre, to tell them that when it's untrue. You know, you're making up a lie, and I don't know what the purpose of that was, to be honest. It just doesn't make any logical sense to me anyway. I don't think it would to you, if you think about it. But nothing he does makes logical sense anyway, really, does it? Let's face it. But I mean, that's cruel. So tonight, they were meant to meet me at 7 o'clock on the same place. And they didn't. And he hasn't rung, because he's taken the WhatsApp off, and he hasn't rung. And they didn't come. And they said they were going to come with a woman who was going to find somewhere for me to sleep. His cousin or something was going to take me in tonight. She wanted to meet me first, after I'd been out for a whole night on the streets. And they were going to do that tonight at 7 o'clock, and they never turned up or phoned me. Isn't that wicked? So then he's decided to abandon me, because he thought, because I was a drip of a person, he could control me like he can Francis. Well, he can't control me, because I say no. I am not going into a toilet with you. No. I am not eating Cocoa Pops when I hate Cocoa Pops. No. You can't force feed me, and you can't make me go into a toilet with you. So leave me alone. And that's the end of that anyway. But I don't know what's going to happen to me. I feel ill. I think I'm going to try the hospital, because I don't know what to do. But I think this man has said he's going to have me there. It's a man off the internet. And it's Barracuda 6. Yeah, it sounds cool. But he's going to do his best, he said, with somewhere for me for tomorrow, like a hotel or something. So he's really groovy. But for tonight, I don't know. But he's going to try and get back to me. So I better keep my phone clear now. But it is clear, they can still ring me as I'm doing this. And I'm going to try and connect it, because we have Wi-Fi further down. Anyway, Barracuda 6 won't let me down. He sounds very groovy. Anyway, please, anybody out there, contact me, or feel more than free to donate, because I am really in a mess. And my email address is pinkbabybutton6@gmail.com if you want to leave a message or donate via PayPal. So it's pink, the colour, baby, button like on a coat or dress, the number 6@gmail.com. And all donations are very, very much appreciated, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just playing it by hour. What can you do? I'm just shell-shocked by life at how horrible people are, and what horrible things they can do. So you have no security with the council at all. They put you in vile places, and then they pull you out and throw you on the streets. And that's how secure that is. I want nothing more to do with them, because that man was vile, and he had some evil thing off him that was making me ill. You know, I'm sensitive, and they're bad people, and they come out so cold and horrible, and they show no empathy whatsoever, because they don't have an ounce of compassion in their souls. So I don't want to deal with them anymore. I'd rather be on the streets than that. And it's freezing, but I don't know what to do. But hopefully this Barracuda 6 is going to help me now, because I can't ask strangers for help. I just can't. So, and so-called friends, if you've got friends like that, you certainly don't need if you've got friends like that, you don't need enemies, is the phrase, isn't it? I mean, what would my Christmas present be? I think I know what he'd have given me. A used nappy. There you go, got it in one. That's what it would have been. Because he won't give away the droppings of his nose. No, he's a mean, tight-fisted bastard. But it's strange he gave her Balenciaga trainers for 800 quid. You let her have those. Maybe he picked them to go on her. That's what I'm thinking. He probably saw a model in the magazine with them, and he wanted her to look like that. That's what I'm thinking. Because I know designers when I see them, and they were top-end trainers. She had on about 800 quid they are. 800 to £1,000, I think. Because even though I can't buy anything, I do know what things cost, you know. I do, I used to be like up with everything. Because I used to get the fake things years ago. You know, in Liverpool, they did a fake one. I get a fake copy and stuff like that, because they're cool with that. But you're up to date with all the fashion and stuff. Because I'm sure young ones out there will all love them. Those Balenciaga trainers, I like the sock ones that they've got, don't you? But they have those other ones, and hers were like the pink ones, absolutely gorgeous, with Balenciaga like on the side. They were like the pink ones. I'm sure they were those, because I only saw them briefly, but they looked just like them. And she's always in like mini skirts or tight clothing, dressed like somebody who's a teenager. Now she doesn't like wear clothes for her age, and she used to be really sensible in the bank, so I don't know, it's him making her dress like that, I think. Anyway, it's a bit strange, but she's a lovely, lovely person, lovely woman. couldn't get a nicer person than her. And she'd have had me in the place in a heartbeat because she hugged me. I knew she would because she said, of course I would, but it's up to Paul, you see. It's always up to Paul. So he makes the decisions now. I mean, it's awful. But I mean, that's the way it is. So shows his true colours, doesn't it? And he's very clever and manipulative, because I thought he was as nice as pie the first time I met him, and I believed when they said they cared about me and wanted to help me genuinely. I believed him. But it turns out it's the opposite way around. He doesn't want to help me. He wants to make matters worse. He's the one that's trying to kill me. He said the council have got a plan trying to kill me. I know they're not trying to kill me. They're just horrible and don't care. But he says they're planning. They've got these plans to kill me and all that, which sounds bizarre. And then and he says he wants to kill them and all this. But I mean, he's just weird. But I mean, the thing is, I know damn well they're not trying to kill me. I know they just don't give a shit. That's all. They're as hard as nails and couldn't give a shit. That's all they are. They're going to kill me. And then, and all this type of weird stuff he comes out with. But I mean, the way he said it, he said that he nearly killed me the other night. He sort of went at me, said, I'm not going to kill you, like that. And that shook me up, because I asked her, were you getting beaten up and stuff, because I'm worried about her, even though I'm homeless. She would care about me, and she wouldn't have me on the streets because she's got a soul. Anybody who's got a soul. I mean, if I saw somebody like who wasn't on drugs or dangerous, and they were crying their eyes out, and I didn't know them, and I had a house, I'd feel terrible. I'd say, look, as long as I could see it was a safe person like me, I'd have them in if I had a house, because that's the type of person I am. That's how I am. But they're made differently to me, aren't they? You know what I mean? And I know people that have got cramped spaces can't have me. I understand that, and you can't expect that. You can't even get on a sofa. You know what I mean? When they've got so much people in the house, like three kids and a dog and a rabbit and goodness knows what going on. I understand that. But I mean, when you've got a big house, one of the mansions in by the zoo, which is posh apparently, somebody told me he lived in where's that place? Up to by Chester Zoo. Lovely houses there. He's got a big house there, apparently. Somebody said that. Why couldn't he have had you there? Because they knew him. Not knew him properly, but knows he lives there. And I said, does he? I said, I don't know. They said their house is a tip. And she said, no, it's he won't let me touch his stuff. Yeah, there is a lot of mess there. But I mean, even so, it could have had me there. And I just feel so let down, because if they were just people I sort of knew, you wouldn't expect it. But they've been bothering me, ringing me every day, like on the hour and all this. Like, we ring you at 9:15, he says, every day, and you make sure you answer the phone. And then since tonight, he's just blocked me, because he's taken me off WhatsApp. He's taken all his numbers off the phone, and I don't understand that, because that's what's missing on my phone. And I thought that's weird, because it's just weird stuff. So I didn't understand that. But somebody said to me, that's not right. And they said, it looks like your phone's been hacked to take it in. And she was making a joke about him hacking phones. He likes to hack phones. No, she said, I'm only joking. Because he took the phone off me and was fiddling with it. And I didn't know. And he sort of gets you where you don't know what you're doing. You get so stressed and confused by him that he can do what he wants. But he would not get me in that toilet. He said, get in the toilet now. This is in the station, and in that place. And I said, no. I said, I don't like public toilets. I've got OCD to begin with. I am not going in a toilet with you. I'll go outside to talk to you, not in a toilet. No. So that was the end of that. But I don't understand what's gone on here at all. But also, I'm just worried sick now, because I'm going to be living outside permanently, and somebody please help me, because there might be somebody out there who really can. So you've got my email. Please get back to me and save my life. I'm so grateful if you can. Take care. Bye.